Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another pick a card reading here at scatterlovetarot with your girl, coming at you with today. Who's your secret admirer, and why are they crushing on you? Because it's time we did a love reading. It's been a little while since we've done a love reading on this channel, and yeah, it's time to bring that back. So let us go ahead and do that. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who has decided to join this tribe. I'm so honored. It is just incredible. Like, we're here. I knew we would get here, but being here, it just feels so incredibly amazing, more than I ever imagined it could be. And just knowing that so many of you are choosing to be a part of this tribe, I'm just so grateful. So for those of you that are new and joining us, welcome. This is just a reminder that we're all human here and we accept everybody as they are in this here now here moment. So I'm so glad that you're here, allowing me your time, your energy, and this space. One thing also is that if you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, know that that does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in my journey, the transparency of my journey, what it is that I've done to get to where I am today, the tips and tricks that have and have not worked for me, check out the description box down below where you will find a link to my new podcast, which I do release every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As of today, once this reading is uploaded, the newest one will be talking about how when we begin something we dislike, we abhor it, how we've been doing it for some time, we accept it, and how we've been doing it for an extended amount of time, we then become influenced by it, and how this relates to the people in our lives that we wish, malintentions towards, or that we wish would have the same heartbreak that we've had in our lives, or how they broke our hearts. So make sure you do check that out. And with that, I believe we've all caught up on our intro. Let us just go ahead and start with the prayer so we can get things underway. I feel like there's some sort of exhaustion coming through. I was feeling it before I even started the reading, so I feel like today you need some energy. Just in general. Let's see what we got going on here. Alright. Maybe if I can get it. There we go. My beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this video, whether it's for a moment's time or for the entire time. I ask that you give them the energy that they need today to refuel them on their journey so that they can remain true to their purpose. Sometimes we like to run on empty. We just don't give ourselves enough time to rest. And I ask that you remind those humans on this video that rest is a very pivotal and key part of this journey as well. That none of us are robots. We are human, and we experience exhaustion. We experience being tired. We experience slow moments, those ebb and flow moments, and that's a real part of this human experience. I ask that you remind them that if they are truly worn out, that they take a rest, they take a break, knowing that there's no reason to beat oneself up for this, knowing that this is being asked of them by their body, by their mind, by their soul. Because in this moment of rest, it's in this quiet solitude, one can connect with their higher self and know exactly what steps to take next. I ask that you bring the truth of this journey to them. I ask that you bring the truth of their discernment upon their eyes. And I ask that you point out any red flags that they may be exhibiting towards themselves or that others are exhibiting towards them, so that they may make the best choices to serve their highest good in this here now here moment. As these words are spoken unto this space, and onto these humans here, so shall they be. Amen, aho, ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me go ahead and get that set up over here. Try not to choke on all the smoke that's coming through. I do love the way it smells, though. That one's dragon's blood. So today, what do we want to choose from? Since we are going to do this love reading, let's bring these out. These don't get a cameo very often, so let's bring these out. These are the Change Your Love Life, Consult the Oracle cards. I actually don't know what they're called. That's just what's on the side of the box. I think they're called the Love Oracles. They're pretty entertaining, these ones are. They're pretty entertaining. So let's see what's going on. Let me shuffle one more time here. Alright, so source for pile number 1. What oracle card will help us understand who is their secret admirer and why it is that they're crushing on them? For pile number 1 source. Thank you. And for pile number 2 source, what oracle card will help us understand who is pile 2's secret admirer and why are they crushing on pile 2 source? What oracle card for pile 2? Okay, you're going to get 2 pile 2 for whatever reason. They came out together, so I'm just going to take them. And for pile number 3, what oracle card will help us understand who is pile 3's secret admirer and why are they crushing on pile 3 source? What oracle card will help us understand this? Pile number 3 source. What's their oracle card for today? Thank you. Okay, so today we do have Choose Your Amethyst. And for pile number 1, we have this piece of amethyst here for you to choose from. Love how it's all glittery. Okay. For pile number 2, we have this chunk of amethyst to choose from. And for pile number 3, we have this piece of amethyst to choose from. Okay. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever one you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. Keeping in mind they are general readings. But with that being said, I will see you over on your perspective. Hello, my fellow humans drawn to pile 1. If you were drawn to this piece of amethyst, or if you were drawn to this card during the draw, then this is going to be your reading on who is your secret admirer and why are they crushing on you. We will check out your oracle card at the end here and find out what that is. But as always, let us go ahead and start with the dice. You know, because the dice are the dice and we need the dice. And so, yeah, let me pick out ones for you here. Okay? Now, before I get into this, I do just want to let you guys know they are general readings. Knowing that if you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in more about my journey and why I'm here or how I got here, and the tips and tricks that have worked for me along the way, make sure you check out the description box where you will find a link to my new podcast, which I am releasing new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for you to listen to at your leisure. The newest one is going to be all about how our choices influence us along the way. How at first we may be completely in shock that we chose to do something, how we then go into a state of accepting it, and then towards the end we end up becoming completely influenced by that, and how that affects us with our connections as well. So with that being said, let us go ahead and get into your reading and find out who is your secret admirer. We'll ask this question first, and then we'll find out about the other in the card. Okay, so Source, can you tell us a little bit more about who is Pile 1's secret admirer? Who is Pile 1's secret admirer, Source? So we have 8th house Scorpio and the moon. Okay, so you could be being crushed on by a Scorpio. This is someone who doesn't want to know, like they don't want anybody to know that they're crushing on you. So it's not that they're embarrassed or anything like that. It's just that, you know, they may have other things that they're focusing on right now. We'll definitely learn a little bit more about that. So, but this person likes things to be secretive. It could be, I just heard, it could be because they want to surprise you. And so that's why they don't want anybody to know that they're crushing on you. Like they very much keep it to themselves. And so they haven't said anything because they want to surprise you. But this is somebody who's very dark and very mysterious and very like capable of having ridiculously deep conversations. Like very spiritual, may study occult, may, you know, be very into their religion or something that's very spiritual by nature here. And they're very in touch with their emotions. This is someone who's capable of understanding themselves on a deeper level because they're not afraid to dig deep into those situations that they may have, right? So if they have a triggering moment, instead of them blowing up at another person and blaming that person, they're going to more than likely go and do the inner work. It's exactly the type of energy that this person is giving off, right? So your secret admirer is someone who takes care of their debts. They may have an inheritance of some sort. That could be a business. That could be an actual like inheritance of money. That could be maybe they inherited a house, property, or something along those lines. This is also someone who will go and investigate you. Not like with a private eye or anything like that, but they're just going to go and do some research about you, maybe follow your Facebook or your social media and find out about what it is that you like and why you like that. And then, you know, use that information as a way to show you that they really do care. Like they pay attention to the small things. That's what I'm hearing here. This is somebody who has been through a lot in their life. Okay, and they've also worked really hard at transforming themselves so that they can be the best version of themselves, and they're always willing to grow, and they know that the only thing that's constant in life is change, and they're not afraid to embrace that. They're extremely passionate. This is someone who's absolutely driven towards their passion, and they will make their dreams come true. They are not afraid of going towards what they want. And if that's including you, then that's including you. They're not afraid to go towards what they want. So maybe they just haven't come forward just yet because they're working on the best time frame to really surprise you moving on this. This is someone who's very wise. They're very powerful. Like they really control a room. When they step into a room, all eyes on them. And it's just something that they have a lot of charisma and they have a lot of magnetic energy that people are very drawn to. It's because of that mysterious energy that they carry with them. They also know how to talk in a room as well. They're not afraid to be the center of attention when it's necessary. I do not feel like this person goes out of their way to seek attention like that. However, when it comes to entertaining it, they are free to entertain it, and they're not trying to step on toes. It's just they'll take their turn when it's their turn in the spotlight, and then they'll pass it on when that is needed. They can come off as intimidating, okay? There are a lot of people who may be very intimidated by this person, very jealous of this person. They may have a lot of people who cling to them and want a relationship with them and become very obsessive with them, but this individual is somebody who does not settle for less than what they want, that they desire. So whether that's what they deserve or not, it doesn't matter. It's just they have an idea in mind and they're not going to settle for less than that. And because of that blasé attitude, then a lot of people feel so completely drawn to them and want everything about them, but they know they can't have it. And so this person just, you know, They're not going to be somebody that's rude, cut people off, but they're also not going to give them the attention that they're seeking either. They're just going to let things kind of play out because they know that eventually they're going to fizzle out and they're not going to have to really put in a lot of effort. Because most people are just obsessed with the idea, not with the truth of them. This is somebody who's very honest. They're going to tell you the truth no matter what, even if it hurts. They believe in telling the truth because they don't want to be in this place of getting caught with their pants down. That's the phrase I'm hearing here. It's like, I'd rather be honest about what's going on, honest about what's in my life, than to, you know, save somebody by telling them a lie and then it coming back around and it hurting them as well. This is someone who is very attractive, very sexy. They have a lot of sexual energy. This is somebody who really enjoys the act of sex as well, but not without its emotional involvement. With Scorpio next to the moon here, you have this very deep connection. They want to have an emotional and a mental connection before having the physical connection. And it doesn't matter if this is a man, if this is a woman, a masculine or a feminine, it does not matter. This is somebody who truly wants to build a foundational relationship so that when the act does come along, then it is very connective and it's something that really draws you two together and it creates an even stronger bond. They are also very motherly and nurturing when they need to be. Oftentimes they will seem withdrawn, but when it comes down to it and they need to be there, they will always show up and be this very nurturing and kind, caring soul. Very deep. Like, this is somebody who's very intuitive. They feel like home for you. They may, you know, they may include baking and food and all that in the bedroom activities. This is also somebody who has a very nice stomach, or you'll be attracted to their stomach for some reason. That's just coming through. And it's just something that you really enjoy. So whether they have a little pudge, or whether they're very ripped, or whether they have like a little happy trail or something like that, you're really going to enjoy their midsection area. You really like that. They're very receptive, and this is somebody who is going to listen to you because they know what it's like to not be listened to and to not be understood. And so they want to make sure that their partner is going to be very understood, heard, and just seen. They want you to be seen because they like being seen. And they've gone out of their way to do that. So who is your secret admirer? Let's get some tarot out on it. Let's see. So I'm gonna do this different. So let's start with that. Like, who's your secret admirer, right? like Source, can you tell us more about who is Pile 1's secret admirer? Who is Pile 1's secret admirer, Source? Thank you. Who is Pile 1's secret admirer? This is somebody who works hard. So they may be very well off, or they may have a cushion on them, like, you know, being able to take care of the bills. They take care of their bills. They take care of the things that they have. Their responsibilities. They don't shy away from their responsibilities. And if they have more responsibilities, they find a way to make it work. Who is Pile 1's secret admirer, Source? Wow, thank you. I love that. Somebody who is willing to communicate. Somebody who will always tell you the truth. We got that energy with the dice too. This is somebody who wants to be honest. And sometimes they can seem a little cold when they are, you know, like, and it's not to hurt you. It's not to hurt you. It's because this person really feels that honesty is the best policy. They're not going to lie to you because they feel like they've been lied to a lot. And so this person also may have a hard time trusting people. And so right now they're just kind of trying to figure out what is the best avenue to approach you and to be honest with how they are and who they are. Yeah, this is someone who's not afraid to set boundaries when necessary. Like, if they feel like things are going too far too fast, they're going to tell you, okay, we need to slow down, right? We need to get back on path. But they really do care about you. They really do like you. Like, this is somebody who wants to be as bright a light in your life as you are in theirs. Like, they really enjoy when you come in. I feel like for some, there's not a whole lot of contact between the two of you. That's what it feels like here. Okay. Yeah, this is someone who has dealt with a lot of manipulators and people who have tried to convince them that they were the crazy ones. Like, you know, that narcissistic energy, that gaslighting and everything, like, that's the type of energy that this person has dealt with. And they've dealt with people who have tried to convince them that they were in the wrong. And this is something that they've gone out of their way to heal. Okay, this is something that they really have worked hard on to heal, because they were tired of feeling like they were crazy. They were tired of feeling like every move that they made just created a lot more problems in a situation or in the relationship. This could also be their family that treats them this way, okay? So I'm not necessarily getting past lovers, but it could be reminiscent of past lovers. But this is very close to home, it feels like, especially with the moon coming out up here. This feels like a home situation that has created this for them, where they just don't trust anybody because maybe they trusted the people who they thought was safe to trust, right? When you're in a home situation with your family, you feel like your family should be the ones that you're supposed to trust, like it's safe. But then that trust was betrayed. And then on top of it, when the trust was betrayed, whoever betrayed them would come back and try to manipulate this person to say, oh, it was your fault. This had everything to do with you. Well, you're the one that created this or whatever. And so they very much became this King of Swords energy, where it was like they detached from feeling that emotional connection with others and becoming very dark and mysterious and really turning within. This is someone who's capable of going within and understanding themselves at any one given moment. And they defend themselves when it's necessary, but they'll also defend the people that they care about, because to them, justice is being served right now in their life, but justice would be for them if somebody was doing you some sort of injustice, they would come in and say something about it. It's not to protect you, it's because they don't like that. They just plainly do not like that type of energy at all. Okay, this is somebody who will always ensure that the truth is told, no matter what. Like, I keep hearing the truth shall sell. Okay, let me try that again. The truth shall set you free. It didn't want to come out. It was trying to come out, and I don't know what else is trying to come with it. But that's what I'm hearing. This person is very loyal. They're very truthful, and they're very honest, but they've learned that through being honest with themselves and actually defending themselves against these types of energies, all the while understanding that they had to save themselves, right? And so they'll stand up for the little man. This is somebody who, when they see an injustice outside, like so this is a situation they're giving me. If you go out and there's some sort of discrimination that's happening for no good reason, right? This is a type of person who's gonna say something. Like they're gonna speak up for that person who may not be able to speak up for themselves, or may not be brave enough to speak up for themselves, because they've been discriminated against. They've been put in really bad situations. They've been put in a corner. I keep hearing that nobody puts baby in the corner. Like, I keep hearing that, and that's exactly how they feel about it. So let's find out why they're crushing on you, pile 2. So we'll ask the other deck, why is this person crushing on pile number 2, source? What can you tell us? Why is this person crushing on pile number 2? It's because you're a new beginning and you're different. Of course you're different. You're on this tribe. Of course you're different. No, but it's really because you offer this idea of a new beginning for them. You give them hope that they're not the only person that's had to build strength up in a world where people are constantly against you. Like, you know, sometimes you feel so alone. And this person's felt very alone for a long time. You can see that in this spread, that they felt very alone for a long time. They've had to cut themselves off from others. Like, they're this single cup here in the center, and they've had to cut themselves off from others to save their emotions, to save their heart, right? And it's not that they're guarded, they're just very cautious. And so when they met you, it was like they could very easily see them dropping the guard, that cautious energy with you. Look, we have the Queen of Wands coming out here. I'm sorry, this is the King of Wands. Look, you have a king and a king. They see you as their equal, but they're very attracted to you. So let's see. Why is this person crushing on pile number 1, Source? Why are they crushing on pile number 1? Whoa! Look, the sun came out again. Yeah, what was I saying? They want to be the sunshine that you are in their life. I know I said that. And then we have the sun coming out yet again. You're sweet. Why do I hear that song? I'm missing you like candy. Isn't that by Mandy? Is that her name? I don't remember. It's been years since I've heard that song, but that's what it's... So it's like when you're not around, they're missing you. Like, you're sweet and you're kind and you're compassionate and you fill them up. Like, even if you guys have a very short encounter, when you leave, they feel like they've been given to. Like, this reciprocation has been happening within your connection. And that makes them feel very good. And they like, when you leave, you leave them with a smile on their face, whether you see it or not. Like, they're just beaming from ear to ear. And it's like no one's made them feel this way before. Look, we have the moon on the bottom. You're very nurturing and very kind and very generous too. And it's like they see, like, that's the other thing. You feel like home to them. You feel like home. And look, we have the sun. I feel like this wants to be out. I'm just going to put this here with the sun. I'm going to get one more card for you. Don't worry. But I'm going to put this with the sun because here you have, this is a divine counterpart, the sun and the moon, right? This is a love story that's as old as time, right? So now I'm hearing that Beauty and the Beast song, a tale as old as time, right? Like, I don't know all the words, but, and I should because I love Disney, but that's what I'm hearing right now is a tale as old as time. Like, it's like you have spent many lifetimes with this person, and that's why you feel so familiar to this person, right? It's just like you're their opposite, but it's like in the best possible way. Whatever it is that they're lacking, you complement. Whatever it is that you're lacking, they complement. Like, it's this very well-balanced energy between masculine and feminine energy, right? You have the masculine being the sun and the feminine energy being the moon. And they have the moon out here, okay? So it doesn't matter what you identify with. It's just saying here that this is like a divine counterpart. But this is more than a divine counterpart. Like, this is for the ages, right? This isn't Emperor and the Empress. This isn't King and Queen. This is literally from the beginning of time. We've spent rotating around life, around life, around life, around life, around life, and being connected in this way. So why is this person crushing on you? I feel like you guys, this is a connection that's meant to be in your life, whether that's for the whole rest of your life or whatever it is. Like, this is absolutely something that's meant to be a part of your life. Yeah. They just love how innocent you are. Like, you're so innocent, but you're smart and you're intelligent, and it's like when you show up, no matter what's going on, you still show up from this place of innocence, and you have that childlike energy about you, which we have with the moon here too. The moon can represent that inner child, right? And so it's like this energy of being able to have fun no matter what you're doing. So maybe when you're hanging around them, maybe you're always joking, or maybe you're dancing, or maybe you're humming, or maybe you're doing, like you're just doing things that like most people wouldn't do out in public. So maybe you're trying to do, what are those, why am I seeing, okay, I cannot remember what those things are called, but we used to play with them all the time when I was a kid. When you had like the string, it was a circle, and you would do those hand things, and you would make them, and then you would give it to your friend, and then they would do another one. And please help me out. If you guys know what that's called, please help me out down below. But yeah, like you would play with the string, like something like that. Or maybe you play with the yo-yo or something. Like, what I'm saying is, like, you're doing something that just stands out. And it doesn't have to be that loud. Like, it could just be that maybe you're never on your phone, and that's different, right? What's on the bottom? Yeah, we have the Knight of Coins here. Like, you just stand out. Like, everything is so dark. Like, everyone else is so busy with whatever's going on in the world, but here you are. You're just different. Look, you stand out against the backdrop. There's something about you that stands out about the backdrop. And also, I feel like with this butterflies coming through here, when you came into their life, you transformed something for them. Like, it's almost like awakening the beast within is what I'm hearing. Like, you awakened something within them. And now, every time they see you, they see how much more you grow. Right? They're just kind of secretly watching you like, hey, what's pile one doing? Like, this is someone who doesn't make it known that they're spying on you, but they do spy on you. And not like in a bad way or anything like that. They like watching you. They really like watching you. This is cute. Like, and it's very prosperous too, especially with this Page of Cups coming out. All these fish in that circular motion. Like, this is something that every lifetime that you've been together, it's been prosperous. And if you don't believe in multiple lives, that's okay. What this is saying, that every time that you have met each other in this life, it's been very prosperous. But it's like it never changes. Like, you never change. You're always changing them, though. Like, there's always something that they feel awakens within them when you come out. I'm coming out, so you better get this party started. Get this party started. Yeah, appreciate this moment on the bottom. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and to find love. And that's just it. It's like you came into their life, and it's like you brought in a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. Like, that's how it is. They feel like, oh my gosh, like, pile one, like, you came in and you're just so different. Isn't there a song? I'm different. I'm different. Like, isn't that a song? If it's not, that's literally what I'm hearing right now in my head. I'm different. I'm different. If that's a song, let me know if y'all know what that is down below, okay? Like, seriously, pile one. Something you guys may connect through music, because I'm having a lot of music come through right now. So we had lightning power flip over. Yeah, this is like that duality, like the yin to the yang, right? Without lightning, there is no thunder. Like, that's how they feel. They feel like this is meant to be. They also feel like there's a lot of connection coming through here. There's a lot of chemistry. There's a lot of energy between the two of you. So it's like when you guys meet up, right? Wherever you meet up at, whenever you guys are in the vicinity of one another, you both feel each other. And it's almost like they're wondering right now if you feel that. And I feel that you also wonder the same thing, because I feel like you may crush on this person. I do feel like that, okay? Now, that might not be for everybody, but I do feel like there's an energy of being, also there being your crush. And it's like you're also wondering, like, do they feel that electric energy between us? Do they feel this chemistry, this energy? So we have Dreamtime Creation here. It's like you both are manifesting each other, to be honest. This is like saying, like, you know what you want, and you're manifesting each other, and it might not be going as fast as you want. It might not. It might be pretty slow right now, and you're probably like, oh, come on. Like, this is taking forever. But the reason it's taking forever is because this person literally wants to surprise you with something. Like, they want to stand out. They want to stand out from everyone else. Look, I love that this came out on the bottom here. We have reciprocity with honeybee, that equal give and take. You fill them up. But that's exactly the energy I was getting with the sun here. Like, why are they crushing on you? Because you reciprocate to them. Like, you actually care about them as a person. You don't just see them as, you know, maybe they have a lot of money, or maybe they have a lot in their life, and maybe a lot of people just treat them. So the example they're giving me, okay, is somebody who is really well off, right? Somebody who has a lot of money in their life, and they drive that fancy new vehicle, okay? They drive that, and she just lacks because of my body. But there's this energy of having a lot of fancy things. Like, maybe they have the latest and greatest technology, and it's like the people in their life are always commenting on how new the new things that they have are. But maybe you actually physically asked this person about themselves, right? Like, you were just, because you saw them as a human, like you saw them as a person, and to you it was like, yeah, everybody deserves to be seen, right? Like, that's the energy that's coming through here. And it's like everybody deserves to be seen, so you saw them, and because of that, that was like where the attraction just kind of went from just being a little ember to just being a flame, okay? So let's see here. No, okay, I think that's it. Pluto, transform. We have more Scorpio energy. Yeah, this could absolutely be a Scorpio coming into your life. Or you could be a Scorpio or have Scorpio highly aspect in their chart or in your chart. But that's why they crush on you, is because you've transformed something for them. You've helped them change something about their life that they felt like they couldn't accept. You helped them change something about their lives that they felt they were dead to, right? And somehow you came in and you showed them that they too could have this beautiful acceptance of themselves. And that's why they crush on you. Like, you really brought in this light. What is that song? You light up my life. How does that song go? That's the song that's coming in. I think it's a country song. Yeah, I think it is. I don't know. Anyways, like, we have 15 with 6. Practice compassion, seeing things from a fresh perspective. This is why they're crushing on you, is because you've helped show them things from a different perspective. Like, where they thought they were the only person that thought the way that they think. That's a huge jumble of words to say together. You came in and you showed them that they weren't alone. And I said that at the beginning, where with the spread, like, you see that they felt alone for a long time. And they felt singled out. More than being alone, they felt singled out, right? Which does a number on our psyche, because we're social creatures. And when you feel singled out and you can't really be open in a social situation, like, it really puts a damper on you as a person. But when you come around, like, they feel like they can be who they are without having to hide themselves. And then we have 44 with truth. Jackal, and this is all about being based in a place of truth. We saw that this person's very truthful, very honest. They also feel that you are someone who's very truthful and very honest, and feels the same way. Like, I would rather hurt your feelings by telling you the truth now than to save your feelings by telling you a lie and then you hate me later or you get mad at me later. I'd rather you be upset with me now, because at least we can move forward now that you know. Right? And so they feel like you guys would have this very foundational connection together just based on this type of energy. It's like there's just an understanding. And then we have 36 here with being human is living in that in-between space, in between really good and really bad. And this is where they've been at. Like, they've just kind of been in that meh stage, and then you came in and you really changed. Like, this is very symbolic to me right now, this light coming from behind him. It's like this energy, you just made everything speed up. You made everything look really beautiful once again. Let's check out what your oracle card is. Pablo Picasso. This is Piscean energy. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces coming out so much in your reading. We have Scorpio, Scorpio. We have Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. So it would surprise me if this person did not have Scorpio at all in their charts. But, you know, hey, that's the thing. I don't really do the signs too much, but it's just so prevalent in this chart right now. So, or in this reading, that there's so much Scorpio coming out. All right, we had Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces with the Page of Cups, right? Yeah, right there. We have Pisces with the moon. Okay, so there's a lot of water. This person's a lot of water, and I believe Pablo Picasso is a Pisces. It says, make seduction the greatest work of art. Yeah, this is something they're really trying to do right now. Like, they're trying to come in and seduce you in a way that maybe they haven't been haven't done for others. It says, begin all affairs with good intentions. So they do have good intentions for you. And remember, it's not age, it's experience. So there could be an age gap here. I'm just going to cover that up so they don't get, whatever on it. So, but there's this energy of really, truly there may be an age gap here that you may not be aware of. And this is somebody who really just wants to sweep you off of your feet. They crush on you because they feel like the two of you vibe together really good. I love these readings. I should do them more often. So this is what I have for you, pile one. If it resonated, hit that thumbs up button down below. But I am going to go ahead and leave that there, and get on out of here. I do just want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your angels, your spirit source, and my guides for all coming together to give us this message. And with that being said, I'm going to get on out of here. And until next time, stay human. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. This is for my fellow humans drawn to this beautiful piece of amethyst. Or if you were drawn to these cards during the shuffle, this is going to be your pile on who is your secret admirer and why are they crushing on you. So far these have been really fun. I actually really enjoy doing these types of readings. But real quick here, just want to let you know they are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in knowing more about my own journey and the tips and tricks that I have found that work and that don't work, and also just learning about where I'm at, where my mind's at, and having those fun discussions that we have, check out the description box down below where you will find a link to my podcast where I do release one every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The current one is all about on the journey, no matter who we are, when we make choices we're not necessarily proud of, how at first we are really affected by that and we hate that and we feel a certain way about that. Then we go into this place of accepting that, and later on we do get into this place of being completely influenced by those choices and how that affects us and our connections along the way. So with that being said, let us go ahead and get into your reading and start with the dice and ask Source, who is pile number 2's secret admirer? We'll find out the other question in the tarot cards, but let's find out first, Source. Who is pile number 2's secret admirer? Can you tell us about them? Who is pile number 2's secret admirer? So we have, why did I get 2? That's interesting. I thought I had... Okay. So I'm just going to put this over here. It's actually not supposed to be here, but there must be a reason why I grabbed it. So we do have Libra energy. Let me roll the house dice. I really thought I had that separated. Let me roll the house dice real quick. Get the house out. Okay, so we have 8th house, we have Pluto, and we have Sagittarius. This is very interesting. You may have been coming from another pile. So, hello if you are. If you're not, that's okay. Let's find out what's going on here. So we have 8th house, Sagittarius, and Pluto. Scorpio energy running rampant today. And really, it could just be that we're coming into a time where we're dealing with a lot of people who've gone through a lot of transformations. And it's those people who are actually vibing on the same level as you that are coming through here. But let's find out what's coming in here. This is somebody who could be well off. They could have money. They could be really well. So I'm not even going to lie. I wasn't going to say it, but it came through, and I'm going to say it. This is someone who could be very well endowed. Okay, like I wasn't going to go there with it, but that is what's coming through here. Okay, so let's just kind of come back from that source. We're not doing an X-rated one today. Okay, this is trying to keep it PG-13. Okay? Okay. Not even R-rated, because we're not going to curse, okay? It's not going to go down like that. Not today. No, not today. Not today. Okay. So this is somebody who definitely may have multiple sources of income, right? They may have passive streams of income. They may have active streams of income. This is somebody who may be involved in real estate. Okay, this is somebody who for sure does travel. Why I'm saying real estate is because with the 8th house next to Sagittarius energy, there's constant movement here. There's like on the go. This is somebody who may actually own humongous properties. Okay, that's not going to resonate for everyone. But this is also somebody who would like to have a joint venture with their person. Like they would like to build something up with their person, something that's stable, something that lasts a long time. But also something that they're not afraid to make those tough decisions when necessary, and not afraid to really get involved in taking a risk when necessary as well, right? But something about property is definitely coming through here. This is someone who's very intimate. They like intimacy. They really thrive in intimate relationships. And that's not the physical intimacy. This is the emotional and mental intimacy that we're talking about here. This is also someone who is very, very seductive. Someone who's very attractive. And they may work with things that may seem kind of like, ooh, we're not supposed to talk about that. Like, whether that's a cult or if that's just things that, you know, may actually push your comfort zone. Right? So this could be something that really pushes your comfort zone. When we have Sagittarius energy here, you have someone who is a truth seeker. They want to know. I keep hearing agnostic. This could be somebody who is agnostic, okay? They're constantly seeking the truth, trying to understand how the universe works, trying to understand this world around them, why it doesn't make sense to them, and just finding a way to make it all make sense. That's what I keep hearing. Make it all make sense. They want to make it all make sense, but it never does. They end up finding more questions along the way than they do answers, but they really enjoy that. There's something about this person that really enjoys seeking a new adventure all the time. Like someone who they wouldn't have a problem being spontaneous with you, like going and taking a cruise next weekend just because it sounds like a good idea. Like, this is that person who wants to always be doing something, like, and not to take you away from home, but it's just because they just really enjoy experiencing the world. They are very lucky. They have a lot of luck in their life. They're super optimistic. This is someone who will always look at the bright side of things, like even in a very terrible situation. They're going to be the person who with the glass half full, because they just see life as this experience to enjoy. It's like even the bad has some good in it. I do feel like this may be an opposite energy to you, where you may be very quiet and reserved, and when bad things happen, it may really kind of knock you back. And this person is going to like complement that in a way to help you see things from a much larger perspective, okay? But this is who they are. They want to see everything from a very large perspective. They want to see everything from this place of good, even though there is this apparent bad. Right? They just see that. And it's not necessarily looking for the good in everybody. It's just situations, okay? They do not tolerate disrespect. That is something that is coming through here. And they do not like laziness. It's one thing to have a day or a couple of days to chill, to take a break, to rest. But this person does not like lazy people. Like, if you refuse to get up and do something in your life, like, they'd basically vibe out. Like, if you're not somebody who will do things to make your dream move forward, if you're not doing things to be a better version of yourself, if you're just in this stagnant place where you're constantly doing the same thing day in and day out, which is nothing, okay? Not routine. That's different. If you have a routine, that's one thing, but if you're just lazy, like, this person just really can't stand that. That's something that's coming through. It's like, I don't know why. It's like I don't like people who are lazy. And it's not judging you by your outside cover. This is literally like they get to know you and judge you based on what you do on a day-to-day basis and what makes you drive, what makes you tick, okay? This is somebody who's very intelligent. They have a lot of information. Sometimes they can be too hasty. Sometimes they're super, super over-energetic and you're like, whoa. But they are a wanderer in life. They like to have philosophy conversations with people. And wealth keeps coming through here. This is someone who is very wealthy. They changed their life, you know, with 8th house here and Pluto energy. This is someone who has worked really hard to find a place of power in their own life. Okay, not over others. This is a place of power within their own life. They've looked into the deep subconscious. They've looked into their desires, what their problems were, if they've had control, if they've had upheavals, if they've had deep emotions they didn't want to face. And they've really faced their fears in this place with Pluto. They really want to unearth those things that are keeping them in a state of loss and poverty. And it's interesting because I said the Libra came out for purpose here. And Libra focuses on relationships, love relationships, business relationships, friendships. Also marriages, okay? Yes, it can be divorces in the shadow aspect, but I don't feel like that's what's coming through here. However, this person may be divorced. You may be divorced. or something that one of you are going through right now, and that's why it's coming up right now. But Libra is definitely significant to the reading, and we'll find out more as we go. So let me go ahead and grab the tarot, and let's find out what the tarot will get a little bit more about your person. Okay, so source for pile number 2. Who is pile number 2's secret admirer? Thank you. Who is pile number 2's secret admirer? Okay, this is someone who has been through a lot of negative people. Like people who have tried to knock them down. People have tried to make them less optimistic. Like I feel like this is somebody who always has a smile on their face. And they've been through just a lot with a lot of people who just didn't want to see them smile. Like it's like, I don't know why people are like that, but they've just dealt with a lot of negative people who just tried to ground them into the ground. Source, who is pile number 2's secret admirer? Yeah, they've been very unbalanced before. And that's the thing, like with this Pluto energy coming out, like you may see that this person, if you get together, okay, that's in the cards, if this is a connection that comes to fruition here, you may find that this person actually has a past that you may be like, oh my gosh, like I cannot believe that you have a past like that. Like I would have never even considered being with somebody like you because of your past, but you can't help but be attracted to them type energy, right? Okay, well, thank you, source. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so who is pile number 2's secret admirer? Let's get some more. This one wants to come out. Thank you very much. Very much, very much, very, very, very much. Fine, fine, fine. Very good, very good, very good. Very, 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 very good. Yeah, this is someone who has wealth. Okay, they have wealth, or they have some type of inheritance to their name, or they have something that keeps them wealthy. This is something that people judge them based on. Okay, they judge them based on this, but really in truth, this is a very balanced person emotionally. They just want to have things in their life that are, you know, good. They want to be loved. They want to love. They want to experience life. So you may see this person, all of a sudden they just get up and they go and they take a vacation out of the blue, and you're like, oh, but we didn't plan this. And they're like, no, it's okay. It just sparked my interest this morning. Like that's the type of person that they are. Okay, like they're very, yeah, look at this. This is, okay, so here we have this energy that they may be divorced. Okay, with the Pope in reverse here, this feels like a divorce. With Justice in reverse here, this feels like a divorce. Okay, like this is what this feels like. This person thought they found their forever person. They thought they did. But this forever person wanted who they thought, just wanted them in their life because they have money. This is someone who has bags, okay? And they want to be seen for more than just their money. Okay, and they crush on you because they feel like maybe you don't know that this person has money, or if you do, like you don't treat them different than you would the person that's next to you or a stranger on the street. Like you treat them like they're human, like you treat them like a normal being. But this person does have an ugly past, okay? I just want you to understand that this person has made some questionable decisions in their life. They have tried, that's what I'm saying, like the reason that they have this, okay, the reason that they have bags is because they found what worked for them, but they had to go through a whole plethora of other things that didn't work for them. Okay, you may find that this person has a past in selling drugs, and not the good kind of drugs either. Like we're talking like some pretty shady drugs. Okay, you may find that this person has a past in dealing with the wrong crowd of people. Okay, like that's what I'm saying. Like it could shock you to know that this person has a crush on you because they don't seem like the past that they've lived, but that past that they've lived has led them to where they are now and wanting to actually enjoy life and focus more on these very close-knit relationships, because what they were experiencing before was putting them in a situation that left them always feeling emptied and like they had no way out. Like there's this energy that they had no way out. In fact, I'm hearing that it wouldn't surprise me if some of these individuals spent time in prison. Okay, like hard, like not jail, I'm talking about prison, like hard time. And like it may even surprise you. Like you're probably like, what? Like why? And then when you find out about it, you're like, what? Like, no, that's crazy. Like I would have never. It's like because they're just so different. Like they went through their upset, and this person really has developed a knack for changing their life. Okay. And so this is somebody who's always going to find a way to be better themselves because they've been in some very negative energy. They've been in some very difficult situations, okay? So I'm saying, like, you may see this person and the past that they have, like, when they finally start to open up about it. So I don't feel like this is something they lead with. I think this is something they only share once they trust you. Like, you may be honest with them and be like, if I had known this before we started seeing each other, like you may be like, well, I wouldn't have gone out with you, but I'm glad that I didn't know about it because we're actually a really good match for each other. Like that's the type of energy here. It's like they were in a very stubborn situation. They were in a very, like I keep hearing shady. Like they're not really telling me exactly what it is, but it's just like a very shady situation. They could have been a scapegoat for a really bad situation. Okay? I am seeing a whole bunch of different images that I do not want to discuss, but I'm just saying, like, just know that this person could have a very, very, very difficult background that may very much shock you. And I'm not saying that you're a very judgmental person. That's not what this is. It's just that you may have certain standards of saying, you know, I want people to be in this place, and that's okay. But it's like this is this person's past, and now they're in that place that you've been asking for. And that's why. And they crush on you because it's like they do have money. Okay, this person has a lot of money. With this Ace of Coins on the bottom, this person has a lot of wealth, right? With Sagittarius energy here and Pluto together, you're talking about a lot of wealth. They've transformed their journey to bring in this wealth. They've gone through the hardships to bring in this wealth. This is something they've actively done, okay? But they're tired of being treated a certain way. And so, and their wealth could be very much the thing that has gotten them into trouble in the past. And they've had to learn how to manage that. And they're doing a pretty good job. They're definitely doing a pretty good job. Okay? I'm sorry it's not more detailed, but at the same time, it's like there's too many images that I'm getting right now. And I just plainly, for the sake of the video rating, I don't want to bring them up. Okay? So you can use your own intuition here. I'm sure that one day you will actually find out the depth of this. So, and honestly, they may not be as bad as what it's showing me. It's just they're trying to point out that this person, in what you feel in your heart, it's just been through something that you would have never accepted as the person that you once were. Okay? I hope that makes sense. So let's say that sentence 3 times fast, huh? Okay, so let's find out more about why. Why is this person crushing on pile 2 source? Let's give this a shuffle. They see you as someone they're very comfortable with. Like that's what this is somebody like not even that like this person just plainly doesn't let people in at all. They don't let people in, and they see you as someone who intuitively sees them for who they are. Why is this person crushing on pile number 2 source? Why is this person crushing on pile number 2? Wow, that was flying. Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. Come on and fly. Oh, fly right into the future. Yeah, they feel like you see their heart. Like that when you're talking with them, like you just talk with them like they're them. Like not what they have, not what they've been through, not any of that. Like you just see them as the person that they are. And because of that, they want to give you everything. Like, because even if you don't know about this, it's fine. Even if you do know about this, wherever you're at, it's because you treated them like a person. So this person may have a lot of expressions that they have. Like they may just stand out in different ways to people, right? Like they may have a lot of tattoos, or they may wear a lot of weird clothes, or They may just be looked at as weird, or this person has a lot of new stuff all the time, or this person has, it's not new stuff, like there's something else that's going on here that people know that they have money. Maybe it's the position they have, maybe they're very high up in the company. But there's like something that I'm seeing, like a physical aspect to this person that people just immediately judge them, and they treat them like, oh, if I basically brown nose this person, like, then they'll give me what I want. And you've never done that. You've never done that, and that's why they crush on you. Look, we have the 3 of coins here. They want to build something with you, but look at this. It's like everybody else whispers sweet nothings to them. They don't mean anything, right? They don't mean anything. They want them to keep eating. They want them to keep to have them eating out of the palm of their hands, basically. And you're not like that. Now with this 3 of coins, they do want to build something with you, okay? We did get that from the dice, right? They want to build something with you. When they talk to you, it's like eyes wide shut. That's what's coming through here with this. And then they have all these fireflies, right? It's like you light up their life, like, but it's not just lighting up their life. It's like you set their heart on fire, right? And it's like no matter what they've been through, or how weird they look, or how much they've experienced in life, you treat them like a normal person. You talk to them like a normal person. You help them face their anxiety too. There's like something that you're helping them overcome with their anxiety. Like when you're around, their anxiety is like in check. Like it's not overrunning them. It's not taking over their mind. It's not taking over their heart. It's like, oh, when pile 2's here, good. Like this is like the balm to the soul, right? Like a liquid tonic. Like you're some kind of tonic for their soul. And they want to celebrate that with you, right? They want to celebrate life with you because they feel like you guys would make a perfect pair. They just see you as somebody who's already abundant yourself, whether you have money or not. It's not what this is. This is like you're an abundant soul. And you enjoy life as much as they do. Like I was saying, you may be the complete opposite. So you may be like, but I'm not outgoing like that. Like, or I don't go and do all those crazy things like that. No, but it's like when you're present, you are in such a way, like you see people, right? So maybe you're just talking to people. And when you're present with those people, you're not like just distracted or just trying to end the conversation very quickly or just trying to get away like, you know, like you're actually very present with the people. And so it's like you have this abundance of your soul that's coming through. And because of that, this person wants to share their physical manifestation of abundance with you. They want to take you on travels. They want to experience the world with you. Yeah, and they see you as someone who's very nurturing and loving, right? Wow. Yeah, so that's those hardships that were coming through here. They've balanced out some aspect of their life, but they see you as someone who's very strong and not afraid. Like if you need to stand up for yourself, you're not afraid to stand up for yourself, right? You're not afraid to power through what needs to be powered through. And oftentimes people try to make you feel a certain way. So they may see people trying to make you feel a certain way. Or they may see people like treating you a certain way. Like, you know how sometimes people just like try to step in front of us, or they try to step on our toes, or they try to do it in a very passive aggressive way. I feel like this person very much is in tune with that, and they pick that up. We also have this sense of powerful intuition. They see you always listening to your intuition, always doing what's right for yourself, and that's a big turn on for them. It's something they really admire about you. But I feel like more than anything, it's how you approach them. The way you see them, the way you act with them, they just really like can't get enough of it. It's like when you leave, they're just playing it over and over again in their minds. They're just like, pile 2, like they're just such an amazing person. They're so different. They're so kind. They're so nice. They don't look at me like I'm some kind of weirdo, right? Aquarius, originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. Yeah, so they're thinking about a future with you. They are thinking about a future with you. I feel like this person, it's not that they're nervous. It's not about that. It's just this is about this isn't even planning, okay? This is like letting things play out. That's exactly what this feels like. Not that you're supposed to take action or that they're supposed to take action. There's like some sense of letting this play out. Like we have miracles and blessings on the bottom. Everything has its gift. Like they feel like you're a gift in their life. Your energy is something that they can't get enough of. Like I was saying, like you're some kind of tonic for their soul. Like it's like everyone else just kind of grates them the wrong way, like rubs them raw, and like you're in their life, and like love, compassion on the bottom. So your self-love stands out to them very strongly. Yeah, and everybody else feels like this iceberg. You're this warm, loving, kind person, and everybody else feels like cold and unreal, and like they're unauthentic. So you're very authentic, and your authenticity shows through, and so that's something that they find very attractive. This person always watches you too. So they may have asked somebody for your social media, or they may have asked you for your social media, or you may have given it to them, or you just, wow, okay, you're getting two of these. You guys are getting a lot of oracle cards today. You just work with each other. So they're trying to find ways to keep an eye on you, not in a creepy way. That sounds like so creepy. They're just trying to find a way to see you every step of the day. Like it's like they want to have access to some pictures. They just want to be able to smile and daydream about you. Like think about the good times that they've had with you, and think about the conversations that they've had with you. Because you make them feel good. Like you make them feel like a person. I can't be more clear about that, because that's really the energy that's coming through. Like you really make them feel like a person. Let's see what this is. Look, this came out in another pile. Being human is living in that in-between space, in between really good and really bad. And I shuffled these so much before I start these readings. So here's the thing. Like again, we could have somebody that's come through this whole and watched both 1 and 2. That's fine. But if not, then this is just that same energy. Like it's that similar energy of not feeling human, and you help make them feel human in a place where the whole world has made them feel objectified. Fierceness with Wolverine. So they love how fierce you are. Like I was saying, like it's like sometimes they see people like trying to knock you down, and it's like they see how you stand up. But the interesting thing is this: you never come at them with this ridiculous anger. Like you're always just very stern and very capable of taking care of yourself, and it's something that draws them to you. Is because you have a very ferocious aspect to yourself, but you also don't show it very much. And we have transformation, sea otter. Yeah, so again, transformation has come out across this. Like you could have helped transform them, or they've seen you transform on your own journey, and that has inspired them, because it's like, I'm not alone. There's somebody else out there that's doing the same kind of work that I'm doing, right? Not even that, I don't feel like they think you guys see the world the same way, as much as it is that you are willing to transform and to change your life just like they've changed their life. Square. Challenging situation, a mountain to climb. So this does feel like a challenge, but I feel like this is also pointing out that they've been through a lot of challenges in their own life, and so it sometimes feels like they manifest challenges because they really believe in their mind, in their heart of hearts, that everything in life has to be a challenge. Anything that's worth having is a challenge. But this could also be a challenging situation, because I was saying, like, there could be a divorce situation going on right now. And so there's a lot going on that is kind of preventing this from coming together, okay? Yeah, vulnerability. They feel vulnerable with you, and they like that. That's actually a big safety net for them, okay? Feel like they can open up to you, and you're not going to judge them based on that. Like I was saying, this person has had a very hard past, and so when they do open up and become vulnerable about their past, like they do feel safe with you, okay? Then we have choose love with 21. You always have a choice. Choose yours with love. Yeah, so it's like when they do open up, it's meant to happen at that time. Okay, it's meant to happen because that's when you're going to see them for the truth of who they are. It's not that you wouldn't otherwise. I just feel like there's still some remnants of the emotional ego that's holding on somewhere that you're in the process of healing. And this person is helping you heal, even just through your guys' connection right now. Even though it's just a crush. It's just, here and there, they're actually helping you heal that, right? So we have Melania Trump here coming through with, you never know when you might wake up next to the president. And don't betray yourself in favor of your marriage. So again, we do have that sense that this is energy of saying, like, maybe they thought their forever person was really the person that they were meant to be with, but it just didn't work out. Like, they betrayed themselves in the favor of a marriage. It says keep your friends close and your family closer. And so right now they're trying to rebuild some sense of family. They're trying to rebuild this sense of connection, right? We have that with the Libra energy up here. Then we have Gala Dali. It says everything in love is invention. Create, soar, and soar over the ordinary. It is by being in the shadow that one emits the most light. Be immortal rather than available. And like I was saying, like, I feel like a lot of people come towards them because of this, and they don't put themselves in an available position. It's just that people flock to them because they feel like it's an easy out. This is someone who is trying to find a way to leave a legacy. This is also somebody who has found their brightest light in their shadow. They've learned to accept their shadow aspect, which we were talking about, the hardships that they've gone through. So here we have another confirmation of that. And everything in love is invention, creates and soar over the ordinary. So they wanna have this amazing connection with you. They want to celebrate. They want to soar over the ordinary. They don't want to do things like everybody else does them. Like, you guys may have a very unconventional connection if it does ever pan out, but with them right now, they're in this place of really thinking about a very unconventional connection with you and how they can come forward and just kind of like let you know. But it may take some time. There's a lot going on in the background for them, okay? So this is what I see for you, pile 2. If it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button down below. I do just want to take a minute to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and spirit guides for all coming together to give us this message. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. And until next time, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow humans that were drawn to pile number 3. If you resonated with this amethyst piece, or if you resonated with this card during the draw, then this is your reading for who is your secret admirer and why are they crushing on you. We'll check out your card at the end of the reading. Now, a couple of things. I do have a channel message for you, but before I get to that, keep in mind that these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. Knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you guys are interested in learning more about my journey, where I'm at in my headspace, and just having that general all-around discussion, check out the description below where you'll find a link to my podcast. As of this video being uploaded, the one that is going to be uploaded is about getting involved in a decision that we really weren't happy about. How at first we really abhor it, then we choose to accept it, and then in the end we end up becoming influenced by those decisions that we make and how that plays out in our relationships as well. So make sure you guys check that out, and you can listen to those at your leisure. So with that being said, we'll get into your reading. We will start with the dice. Before the dice, though, let us go ahead and talk about your channeled message. So I could not get this song out of my head when I was getting prepared for your reading. Is that song from, I think it's Fievel Goes West, I think. I'm not sure. But it's like that. It goes, somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight, someone's thinking of me and missing me tonight. Right? I think that's how it goes. Anyways, I couldn't get it out of my head, that part. Like, so it's like, somewhere out there, beneath the pale moonlight, someone's thinking of me and missing me tonight. So it's like this person's always looking at the moon, right? So that makes me think of that other song too. Talking to the moon, trying to get to you. I don't really know how it goes. So, what is that, a Bruno Mars song or something like that? Yeah, anyways, now that I messed that song up, that's okay. That's okay. We're not here to be perfect. We're here to be human. So, yeah, talking to the moon, and that, like, that song by Five Goes West, I think is where it is from. Anyways, let's get into your dice. Source for pile number 3. Who is pile number 3's secret admirer? Source, what can you tell us about pile 3's secret admirer? What messages do you have? Who is pile 3's secret admirer? What messages do you have? Who is their secret admirer? Okay, whoa, we've got Pisces, we've got 5th house, and we've got South Node. Ooh, okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna say, watchers beware. That's the energy. This could be a karmic connection, guys, because we've got South Node. You know, and it's bound to happen, okay? It's bound to happen that we're going to get somebody in here that's from the past or that has not so great intentions for you. You know, there you go, pile 3. Lighten up them candles within and shining so bright, right? Like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. And when you get that way, sometimes it attracts all kinds of people, right? But let's talk about the South Node for a second, right? This is karmic lessons. What's familiar? This is everything that you've gotten involved in until now, right? Like, you're trying to heal this aspect of yourself, because this is where you get, and it's interesting. Let me just talk about my podcast for a second. And what I was bringing up in my podcast, because it actually goes hand in hand with your reading, which is so weird that this would come through. We make decisions, right, based on the wounds that we have. So say you got involved with somebody that, you know, you maybe, it was just like maybe one of those things. It just happened. And at first you were like, you were okay with it, but then you saw that this was like the worst decision. You're like, this is the worst decision I ever made. But for some reason, instead of in that moment when you decided that that was a really bad situation, you stayed. Suddenly, now you're in this, you've come into this place of accepting that this is just how it is. This is how they are. This is how the relationship is. This is all that I'm worthy of getting. And then you begin to accept it, right? And then after time, everything that you do in your life becomes influenced because of this connection. So if this person's a gaslighter, if they're toxic in any one way, shape, or form, you begin to be influenced by that energy by making the decisions in your life based around that. So if you have a good time and you're smiling and you're having a really good day, and this person would go out of their way to make you feel bad about that, suddenly now when you have a good day, you actually sabotage it yourself, right? Because of that. So you become influenced by that. And why I'm bringing that up here is because that's what this feels like. This feels like somebody from the past. Somebody that you're trying to heal. Like, there's still resentment here. Okay, there's still resentment. There's still animosities in this connection. But this person is still crushing on you. They're their secret admirer, right? Why are they my secret admirer? I hear that. Why do they gotta be watching me? I thought I was done with that. And the reason why is because now you're unavailable. That's why. Because they want what they can't have. But when they get what they can't have, now they're done with it. It's like kids with the toy, a dog with the bone. Like, it's like they want it when someone else is playing with it, but the minute that they get it, they don't want it. They don't care about it. They're not going to chew on it. They're not going to play with it. They're not going to have fun with it. Like, it doesn't matter. And that's exactly the type of energy this person has. Like, they're like a dog with a bone. They want the bone because now you're dangling the bone in front of other people, and now they want the bone, and they want to act like they're all romantic and this and that and whatever. But this person carries a lot of guilt and shame with them, and they have a tendency to project that out onto other people, and including you. I feel like you've been victim of this. I do. I feel like that. And if you haven't, that's just kind of the place that this person is coming from, is they want to make you feel really bad because they see how bright you're shining. Now, for some, this could be someone that you have a family with. This is someone that you may have had children with. Because with 5th house, we do have that fertility energy coming through here, having had pregnancy. And this was something that you dated, like there was a romance here, right? This is someone who wants to bring back in that romance, but there's a lot of other things that are weighing them down. Let's talk about Pisces and the shadow energy. You have shame, guilt, addiction. You just have overbearing energy, like constantly in this place of not living in reality, but always living in a fantasy. This is someone who would promise you everything, right? Then there's a song that's coming through right now. It's "There is no Arizona, no painted desert, no Sedona. If there were a Grand Canyon, she could fill it up with the lies he's told her, but they don't exist. Those dreams he sold her, she'll wake up and find there is no Arizona." Right? Like, so this person likes to lie. They like to sell people on dreams. This is somebody who would make a really good sleazy car salesman. Okay, like, honestly, I don't have any other way to describe that. That's exactly the type of energy this person has. But for life, they're like the sleazy life salesman. Okay, like, this is an incredibly shady energy, incredibly shady. But they want, and if they don't have kids with you, this is somebody who wants you by means of entrapment. They want to entrap you in a relationship so that they can always have access to you, so that they can always project this energy onto you, right? And this is someone who's in a place of self-pity. They're in a place of self-undoing, okay? This is someone who has they could have some mental sicknesses, you know, and if you're dealing with someone who has NPD, you know, and it's hard in the world because you have a lot of NPD people, but or narcissistic personality disorder, if you didn't know what that was, NPD, and you have a lot of people who are NPD, but most people who are never going to go and get diagnosed, like, because that just goes against the whole of who they are and the persona that they present out into the world. Like, I'm perfect, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm never at fault. Like, so why would they go to a therapist for the therapist to tell them and make them feel really bad about themselves and to basically knock out this really loose foundation that they have, right? So I'm just saying that that's something to keep in mind here, but it does feel like this person could have some sort of mental illness, bipolar, some psychosis, something like that, okay? Like, there's something that's coming through, and this person, they have a really good way of acting, compassionate and sensitive, but in truth, they're very much coming from a very negative place, a very karmic place, and they like to trap people. This is somebody, I keep seeing a fly trap. That's what I'm seeing. Like, somebody reaches out and grabs you, like, and they grab you real quick by telling you what you want to hear. They grab you real quick by making you see things, like, right? There is no Arizona. If there were a Grand Canyon, she could fill it up with all the lies he told her. That's what's coming through. It's like this person lies and lies and lies, and that's what they, you know, that's what's going on here. Let's find out some more, though. Of course, we're nosy. We want to get deeper input on this. Yeah, this person does not want to heal. This person likes coming from a place of judging others based on the things that they themselves do. This is also somebody who doesn't see what they've done wrong. They refuse to acknowledge anything that they've done wrong. And it all comes from, this is like stemming from a childhood wound, okay? This is someone who's very obsessive. They're very possessive. This is someone you could deal with jealousy. Like, you could just be talking to a friend that you've had for years and years and years. And this is somebody who's going to make you feel bad for having that friend because they're jealous of the energy and the time that this person is taking away from them. Okay? So, who's Pile 3's secret admirer? Who is Pile 3's secret admirer? Source. Who is Pile 3's secret admirer? Thank you. Who's Pile 3's secret admirer? Let's find out what the cards are going to say. Who is Pile 3's secret admirer? Source. Yeah, now I have that song in my head right now. Because it's like what I keep, like, there is no Arizona. Like, it just keeps telling me that over and over again. There is no Arizona. So this person may have promised you something already. right? Like whether that was from a past energy or like a current situation that's been happening, like they may have promised you something, and there's like some need to like listen to your discernment, listen to your intuition, like you're intuitively knowing that something is off here. But it just sounds like, it's almost like if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is, right? Like it's not the case with everything, but I feel like that's something that is coming through here for you, pile 3. Yeah, this person likes to keep their options open. Like this person likes to have multiple options. They have lots of supplies. That's what I'm hearing. Like, yeah, and they're very overbearing. This person likes to step on toes. Like they like to make people feel bad, even though they rush in to act like the hero, right? And they rush in, like this is somebody who rushes in acting like, oh, I'm going to save you. I love you so much. I care about you. But then you get to know them and they turn into this bully. What's peeking? Yeah. This person has control issues, and they are run by they're ruled by their anxiety. They're ruled by their anxiety. Okay? Like they make every decision based on how they're feeling inside. Let's start with the devil in the reverse here. Hold on. We're going to talk about this, okay? Yeah, this person's very manipulative. And they don't want to transform that. But let's talk about this devil real quick in the reverse. Like, this is energy of where this person... So, the devil doesn't always point to bad things. But you would think that the devil in reverse would be a positive action, right? Oh, okay, well, we're out of a devil energy. Like, it's in the reverse, right? But that's not at all what the devil in reverse in my deck talks about. The devil in reverse talks about getting involved with losses. Okay, like this is somebody who everything they get involved with, they lost. There's a loss. There's some sort of loss they leave behind. Like I'm seeing somebody who literally tramples destruction everywhere they go. Like, you know, like when kids, they like build a Lego city and then they go around acting like Godzilla. Like that's exactly the type of energy this person has. They go around acting like they're the have-all, be-all, end-all, and that they can do whatever they want. They can get away with it. And it doesn't matter. They're going to treat people the way that they want to treat people, right? But they want people to not see that they're in their head. They don't want people to see that. They want people to look at them like they're on some sort of pedestal, like they're some grand person. And this is something that has been brought to their attention to change, but through a manipulative standpoint. That's the only reason that they've agreed to change this aspect of themselves, is to stay in this manipulative energy. We have the 3 of Wands here. When it comes out in the reverse like this, we're talking about some severe manipulations. This is severe manipulations. This is someone who uses everything that they have to get what they want. And look at this. This is interesting because you have the 13. This is 4, 3, and 2. This person's constantly moving backwards. Constantly moving backwards. It's like they take 10 steps forward, but they go 20 steps back. And they're fine with that. Like, and they're aware. Like, the thing is this is somebody who's very aware of their actions, okay? You could say that that's a demon in disguise. You could call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. This person is just not willing to awaken to their own internal light, because in their mind, if they were to ever take that step towards it, they would actually have to face the one person they don't want to face, and that's the mirror. That's them. They don't want to face themselves, because that would take away this whole mask, this idea of them building up, oh, I'm this great person, I'm not a terrible person, right? And so they don't want to change this. This is something they don't want to change, but it has been brought to their attention to change. And so because it's been brought to their attention to change, they rely on this. This is someone who relies on these words. Okay, this is sweet words. I'm going to tell you. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Right? Like that person. They're going to tell you lies, and they're going to tell you sweet little lies, but they're going to tell you the truth within these lies. It's like going to be about other people when it's actually about them. Like, that's because this person cannot face reality. They've built a dream world on this persona. And it's frustrating, right? Especially if you're the one that's caught in the path of destruction. but understanding that it's not personal. Yes, this person's crushing on you. Okay, they're admiring you, that secret admirer energy. It's more or less they've honed in on you because you look like an endless supply for them. Because you have a lot of energy, or because you have a lot of light to give, a lot of love and compassion to give, okay? And so this is just a warning from Source. That's why this pile's here, okay? That's why this exists in this pile, is because it's just reminding you that you've already healed this. You've already gone through this, and this is to say no. Okay, and in fact, I think I talked about on one of my other videos about a situation, and if it wasn't on here, it was on one of my podcasts. Yeah, I think it was actually on a podcast where I talked about how there was this, I dealt with a narcissist for 8 years. I was in a relationship with a narcissist for 8 years. Very abusive, it was a very bad time in my life. I've been single for 4 years after breaking up with him and leaving. And that was by choice. I've chosen to be single so that I could heal this type of weird energy. And this to me is kind of, it's giving me that sense of there's going to be somebody that comes back in that's like them, or they're going to come back around and expect you to get into this energy with them again. And you're going to see it right away. And pay attention to that, and don't question that. Like, don't feel like, oh, well, if I say no to this person, like, is that going to, am I not going to get another person or whatever, right? No, like, this is literally like a test to see that you've healed this energy. That's what happened to me. When I least expected it, someone came forward, and they were very forward about how they felt. They wanted to go out with me. They wanted all these things. And I went out on one get together. I can't even consider it a date. Okay, because it was a disaster. We're just going to say it was a disaster. And I mentioned something to him the next day over text message of what had happened the night before that actually had to do with him. And it wasn't me being rude or anything like that. I was just like, oh yeah, like when you talked about this. But he didn't like it because it was actually really rude, but I was just bringing it up again. I was like, oh yeah, it was like when you talked about this. And he said, you know what, fine. It was nice getting to know you. And he like ended it there. And at that moment, I knew, I was like, I cannot continue on with this because I already let go of toxic energy like that. So I feel like this is just the closing out of a cycle for you. Okay, so not to get frustrated, pile 3. This is literally to show yourself how strong you are. Okay, that's why this is coming through. But yeah, this person doesn't have good intentions for you. Let's find out why. Right? Well, of course you're going to find out why. We did why for everyone else. Let's ask why. Why are they crushing on pile 3, Source? What can you tell us? Why are they crushing on pile 3? Wow, all 3 of your cards flew out together. All 3 of them. This one wants to be first. I'm just going to do this here. Yep. Oh, my Lord. You're like the person, you shine bright, okay? Like the 3 of Swords. This 3 of Swords is very symbolic, okay? Because she's a butterfly pinned to a wall. Okay? This person sees you as someone that they can easily break. Not knowing who you are. Okay? Just having had an opportunity to do this to other people, they're like, oh, pile 3, I can easily break pile 3. What this is also saying is a message to you, pile 3, that you are backed by Source. You have angels and guides helping you. You are not alone, right? This is like divine intervention by Source. You may be like, why is this divine intervention by Source bringing in this crazy energy? And it's because when you close out this cycle, it means that you get to move on to the next level. That's what that means. Okay, and that's why it's here, and that's why this is happening. 7 of Cups. Yeah, this person likes to leave you in a state of feeling left out, because they see you already standing by yourself. Okay, they already see that no one accepts you, or no one sees who you truly are. Like, this is a prey to the victim. Okay, or what is it? No, this is that right? You're their prey. This is the hunter, the stalker. This is the hunter to the prey. That's what I was trying to say. They have honed in. This is all they've done their whole life. They've honed in on victims. And you at one point were a victim. You're not a victim any longer. This is why they're crushing on you, okay? If you can call it crushing. I mean, it's kind of interesting, but that's the way the reading is going here. Yeah, and then we have the Queen of Cups here. I'm sorry, this is the King of Cups. Okay, this is that energy of like you're very emotionally stable. You have a lot of love to give. You have a lot of, like, this is a surplus of love. You're a very kind, generous person. You love to love. I feel like that's something you truly care about. Like, she's holding her heart chakra here. You have all this red here showing me that your love is a grounded type of love. It makes people feel very peaceful. It makes people feel very understood and seen. And that's why this is like a victim. This is a somebody who goes on the hunt for a victim, and they see that you are already not fitting in, right? Because you stand out with so much love. Yeah, they see that you're already like in this state of, and maybe you don't, it's just giving off this air like you're someone who doesn't fit into the world around you. And that tells them, oh, like they're going to be an easy target. But they don't know. They don't know. They don't know who they're messing with. They don't know it. Yeah. Look, isn't this interesting, right? You have the Queen of Coins in the reverse and then the Queen of Coins in the upright here. Like, this is literally this energy of, like, complete opposites, right? They're in their reversal energy, their shadow energy, and you're in the light energy. And look at you sending out this bull, like, basically, like, you're not going to get me. Why? Because you're so strong, right? But the reason that they've picked you, I can't really say it's because they're crushing on you. It's just that's the question that we had. But it's just because they really believe that you're going to be an easy target. See, they see you as like being alone with the lover here. It's like you're all by yourself, bringing in abundance all by yourself, right? There's some sort of shadow aspect to you that's been hurt before, and you're very intuitive, but you're bathed in love is the thing that's coming through here, right? Very singular. And that's why they feel like they can single you out and take you down a couple of notches from wherever it is that you are. And this is literally just that portion of your path where you're showing Source that I'm done with this type of energy, okay? Let's get some oracles out on it for you. I apologize that this, like, but see, look, we have 3 and 7 here, which is a completion. We had that 4, 3, and 2. They're going backwards. And so if you choose to let this energy in, just know that this is going to be a cycle that's repeated, but you have a very, very profound opportunity here to end this. I just got the hiccups. To end this for good. Look, North Node. Look, I can't make this up. You have South Node with the dice and the North Node because you're destined to have somebody in your life that's supposed to be there for you. But this is what's uncomfortable. The North Node is what's so uncomfortable for us. It's that place of going towards what's meant for us, but it just doesn't feel good. This energy here on the reading is what you've been comfortable with. It's what you've been used to. You've been used to being treated in a certain way, right? And that's from that childhood wound of neglect, fearing abandonment, whatever the wound is that allowed you to connect with people like this in your life. It's not your fault. It's the wound that's coming through that's trying to be healed, and you're in the process of healing that, as we see here with the King of Cups and the Queen of Coins, right? What did I say here? That grounded love. I love that. I didn't know, but this is that grounded love. This is a grounded energy in love, and then we have this very grounded energy here. This is like a very worldly, you're a very worldly person. You're down to earth, you're calm, you're collected, and it's like it rubs this person's inner demons in a very raw way, and they want to like turn your life upside down just to make themselves feel better. And I know that seems like so ridiculous. Like, why would someone want to do that? Like, why would anyone find pleasure in that? It's not pleasure. Look, I cannot make this up. We have DNA karma coming out. It just flew out of the deck. Look, this is a karmic cycle for you that you're ending. You're letting this go. This is something that your parents have dealt with. This is something your grandparents have dealt with. Your grandparents, and so on down the line. This is something that has been in your DNA for a long time, and you're healing it. You're healing it, Pile 3. The healing is coming. Okay? I can't help it when Source hijacks these readings. It does happen. It's going to happen. It's not something I can change, but this is a very clear message here saying you're letting go of something that's very toxic, right? We saw that with the devil coming out here. This is something very toxic to you, and this is you letting it go for you to come into a place of learning what type of love you want in your life. You're purifying your soul here with purification and rain. This is like a soul healing, okay? You may have been doing some work with shamans, or you may be doing like some soul retrieval. You may be doing past life healing. You know, it depends on what you believe in and what you're doing. But there's this energy of being able to heal some aspect of yourself on the journey, but at a deep soul level, knowing that you are protected here. And saying no for self-preservation is never wrong. Okay, Pile 3, never is that wrong. I just feel like that's something you need to hear. It's not selfish to preserve your emotions. It's not selfish to protect yourself. Because it's like, sometimes we have to say no. I mean, just like the situation I told you about, like this, it wasn't even that bad. Like, what I was bringing up was just so minor. It was so minuscule. It was just like something that he said to me about me, and I brought it up, and he goes, oh, you took that seriously? I was just joking. And I was like, no, you weren't joking when you said this. Like, I was literally blatant about it because he wasn't joking when he said it. And then all of a sudden it turned into this whole issue. Like, oh, well, fine. I guess it was nice getting to know you. Like, it was just such an issue, right? And it was just so toxic. Like, it was a very toxic moment in my life where I was like, hold up. I don't need this. I don't deserve this. I've already been through situations like this. I'm not going to put myself through another situation like that just because you're the only person that's come through in this time. Screw you. You know, and that's really how I felt about it. And that's exactly what I feel like is going to happen with you here, where you're going to be like, no, forget this energy. I don't deserve this. I don't need to put up with this. Oh, I felt it. I felt it. Yep, that's the one. I felt it. I felt it. Look, not every step we take will be a step forward. It can take time. And this tells me, and this is 47, which is number 11. This tells me that some of you will be very charmed by this person, and you will connect with them. You'll be very charmed by them. And this will be you coming into another place where you're learning the lesson for good, right? Learning the lesson for good. The way of the faithful is committing to paying the price, even if the cost is known, right? We had that with the North Node over here. You have 46. Look at this. 46 and 47 came out together. Making progress. Even if you do happen to connect with this person and get in a relationship with this person or have that, whatever it is, you're actually learning how to close this cycle out for good. So whereas maybe before it took years and years and years, this time it could only just take months. It's not without its upsets and its pain. But what's happening is you're paying the price to be faithful to yourself and to your journey and to this, what Source has asked you. We have number 5 here, which is all about change. Simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. Remembering that staying kind is such a powerful place here for you on your journey, that even if you've been through some rotten situations, the more kind that you are, the more fulfilled that you'll be. The Moon, satisfying emotional needs, nurturing self and others. This is why this person is singling you out, okay? They see you as a nurturer. We've seen that many times in this. They see you as a nurturer. They see you as someone who will always have an endless supply to give. You'll always be there to make them feel better. You'll always be there to validate their existence. You'll always be there to make them feel like they're right and that everybody else is wrong. But you're not. That's not your position in life. It's your position in life to find the courage to say no to situations like this, no matter how scary it may seem. You taking that first step towards yourself is going to fill you with so much courage. Why? Because you're a leader. That's why you go through these things, because you're a leader. You're meant to help others. You're meant to lead others. Elephants are all about intelligence. They're smart. They never forget. Right? You're here to share a story with others. Elephants are all about luck. And this may not feel like luck. You're like, oh, this is not a lucky situation at all. No. But the thing is that it's bringing you luck. You may have to go through the trenches to get there, but you're going to get there. Why? Because you're going to show others how to do the same thing that you've done. There's something about your journey that has to do with leadership. You're going to help others in some way, shape, or form. Whether that's to notice this energy right off the bat, whether that's to heal from this energy, whether that's to find self again after this energy, whatever it is that you're drawn to, you are going to help others because of a situation like this in your own life. Look, number 8, stability, sea turtle. This is helping you to come into a place of stability within. You are stable. You belong. You have a right to love and to be loved, right? And this is finding stability in that type of energy and allowing yourself the opportunity to reconnect with your inner child here and heal those inner child wounds. Maybe that this has been really difficult for you to heal, right? You could have a mother wound that you're trying to heal from, trying to convince yourself that your mom was one way when in reality the situation was very toxic. And that's really hard to come to terms with when your whole life you spent your whole life saying, oh, I was in such a great situation, like I should just be grateful. It's not that you're not grateful, but it is okay to see the situation as it was from a place of truth. Did they neglect you? Did they hurt you? Were they emotionally unavailable? Did they make you feel like you had to be the parent? Did they make you feel like if you didn't do exactly what they said that you needed to do, that they weren't going to love you? Everything was conditional. You know what? It's okay to see the situation for exactly what it was. It doesn't mean that you're not grateful. But if you're constantly put in a position where you feel like you have to defend a toxic person, you will always collect toxic people in your life. You have to defend yourself. And that's what this feels like. It's finding a place and the courage to defend self so that you can say no to others and say yes to yourself. Let's find out what your card is. We have Jonathan Van Ness. A little beard pomade will take you to the next level, right? That to me feels like self-love here. This is all about self-love, finding that. And then this is interesting. Have you ever done those Zen, those mindfulness coloring books? That's what this makes me think of here. So you might be doing a lot right now, and you need to find a moment to have some mindfulness, and getting like a mindfulness coloring book would help you, or something where you can draw and be creative without restraint. Okay, it's not about drawing good. That's not what this is. It's like literally just having a piece of paper, and whatever comes out, being happy with comes out, because it's without restraint. That's helping you come into a place of acceptance here. It says this sofa has lived its best life, but now it's got to go. That confirmation that, you know what, this is comfortable, right? This is comfortable. The South Node is what's comfortable here, but it's got to go. We're done. It's lived its purpose. It's over with. It's done. We don't need this anymore. We've outgrown this, and you have outgrown this. We have, there's no such thing as too much of your beautiful face, honey. Yeah, so you're a very beautiful person. Not just outside, but within. You are a very beautiful soul, and you attract a lot of, it's like a moth to a flame, baby. You're a bright light in this world of darkness, and it's not you. It's not you. Just remember this, pile 3. Duality. Okay, and when I talk about duality, for however something is good, there has to be an equal evil, okay? Remember that. So if you're connecting with people who you would deem or label as evil, which that's a whole nother topic on its own. It's just a label. But remember, if you're connecting with people that you would label as evil, remember how equally so that labels you as good. Okay? And in that, reminding yourself always that you deserve someone or a group of people, friends and tribe, that are on that same level as good as you are. And that they are out there. They do exist. But first, we need to let go of what we've been comfortable with our whole lives. And come into a place of what we're meant to have. With the North Node. Okay? This is the tail. This is the head. You're letting go of the tail so you can embrace the head. Okay? You can do this. I have faith in you, pile 3. So this is what I have for you. If it resonated, hit that thumbs up button down below. If this is your pile, leave a blue heart in the comment section so you can let other pile 3s know that you're not alone on the journey and you made it all the way to the end. And I'm so proud of you. Okay, I do just want to take a minute to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, source, and my spirit guides for all coming together to give us this message. But I am going to go ahead and leave that there and get on out of here. And until next time, Pile 3, stay human. Bye.